And they're off. So both of our runners starting off with just 5 strength today, which is not a great place to be. They get a torch to help them out, though. They can throw that and take down a single enemy. And of course, that cursed belt can be sold for a little bit of money if they happen to find a shop somewhere nearby. Both runners going to take a look. They do cast the return spell. Now, return means they get to keep their key. Neither one decides to go straight into the armory, though. So that's a very interesting key start that we've got, and I kind of makes sense. You return out, see if you can't pick up a level, and then you'll kind of have the Death Warp take you back into the castle. American Dweem, first one to get the Death Warp back home. Still needs 5 experience to go, but we'll be able to open some stuff. And Cherno just behind. We're gonna pop into this treasury. We're gonna see what's in there. We've got a Stones of Sunlight, a Wings, a Dragon Scale, and a Fairy Water. Presumably, Cherno's going to pick up all of those things as well. And we see a reset on Cherno's side. Maybe he wants to take a look and see what's inside the basement. There wasn't any money inside there, and nothing super great. I mean, they're kind of nice things to have, but perhaps there's something better in the basement. And maybe you come back after you've earned enough gold. There's nothing in that treasury that you absolutely need. So get your gold, and then you'll be able to purchase extra keys and really unlock the seed. Cherno taking a death to that scorpion there. Cherno is the only runner to have any experience so far. The red slimes with the DL1 breath, just not great when you're first starting out, and those are kind of the only thing you can kill with your 5 strength. Sleep and 50% fire. That's even worse. Cherno picking up this slime will get his level 2. We'll finally get to see what that level brings for us. Courage and Wit hath brought us 4 power, 4 response speed, and 5 hit points. That 4 power nearly doubles the attack power. It makes the Drakies viable. I suppose nobody found a good target for their torch. They did start with 1 torch. Both runners just whittling away in this desert, this little desert thing that Tantagel Castle is on. Deserty, beachy, coastal beach castle that they've got. Slime Beach, I suppose we could call it. Scorpion, no good there. Cherno wants to run from his as well. So sad having to run from all these Magidrakes and Scorpions, which are excellent once you have, at this, kind of level range, once you have some attack power, but the fact that they don't have any kind of means you have to settle for the slimes and the red slimes. I've been trying to get this this timer to work, but I can't get it to start for the life of me. Sorry, folks. Looks like we've got ourselves a level pickup, repel spell, and a heal more spell. Heal more, very nice to get. Looks like Hurt came at level 3, which also has helped Cherno plink down some more of these more difficult monsters. And he goes down to the Metal Scorpion. Looks like Dweem has picked up level 3 as well, so he's got his Hurt and Return. Well, Return came from level 1. Axe Knight's probably not hurtable, though. Can send you home for a refill. Metal Scorpions with DL2 breath. That is disgusting. Okay, I'm done playing with the clock. We're just gonna go clockless today. So let's see, Dweem has branched out. He's found some Drolls to fight. The Drolls know heal more, which makes them kind of a troll Droll. As you spend all that time beating him down, and then he says, nope, look, I got my hit points back. Cherno wants nothing to do with that werewolf. And the Axe Knight inside the cave there. I did not quite catch what that cave was. Sorry, folks, I'm a little slow today. But not our runners. They are speed running their way through this thing. And Cherno gonna take down this wolf here, use the hurt spell. It's probably a 3 hurt wolf. No, he high rolled both of those hurts, so gets it down. 40 experience points is great. Pops a heal more, and he's gonna look for a little bit more things to fight. While American Dweem tops off at the Magic Man. Cherno meets the DL2 breathing Droll. Confirmation that was the Swamp South. American Dweem now finding the wolf. Pops a hurt, also gets it for 15. And there's a fat 40 experience points on the left side of the screen. Pushing him up to level 6. Let's see what it comes with. 6 power, 8 response speed, 14 hit points, 5 magics. A all around pretty solid level. Those hit points really help at these early phases. When you've got no armor, the monsters do tend to take pretty good chunks out of you. Cherno wants nothing to do with these drolls that are chasing him through the desert, as Dweem able to take down a warlock for another 28 experience points. Both runners enjoying this desert here. Again, the Heal More droll sends Dweem home, probably intentional there to get ourselves a refill on the health and the magic. Confirmation that it was intentional, and welcome into the chat. I see that you've been talking a bit. My head's been everywhere, so I'm sorry for neglecting chat, but I am with you all. We've got Cherno's found another couple of desert tiles near a different swamp in a different zone. Near a different coast in a different zone. He likes the Druin, perhaps? He's going to pop a couple of hurts into it. 14 experience. Not great, but, you know, the other desert, it was consistently running from drolls, so I can understand the choice going here. I wonder if this zone that where Dweem is different from the one where all of the drolls are, because we kind of be seeing ghosts and warlocks there and not so many drolls. Cherno picking up that healthy hit point pickup there. Dweem hurting down another wolf. Wolf still excellent experience points at this point. Does not want to risk the death here. Still has MP in the tank. Low roll makes it a 3 hurt wolf. Finish him off with a crispy 16 though. And another wolf. This is excellent for Dweem. So Cherno finds red dragons. That's probably not the monster he was looking for in that desert. Takes a big 46-point bite out of him. Has to use a heal more and maybe find a different zone to grind in. Back to the Druins, perhaps? Maybe a little exploration. Axe Knight says, venture not beyond your comfort zone. American Dweem content to burn down these wolves, though. And the droll takes another bit of Cherno's time, crispying him up. Cherno's had a lot of bad luck running into these drolls, I feel. There's another one, like it's hunting him, haunting him even. This wolf here will give Dweem a level 7 and then some. Let's see what kind of points we get here. We got 3 powers, 8 response speeds, 5 hit points, 1 magics, a heal, and a hurt more. That is what we're looking for. Now, all of a sudden, all those monsters that were in the way, Axe Knights, on my way to a town, that sounds deliciously productive. Cherno's swinging at this wolf here, it looks like. Uses the last of the Healmores. Gets him down, and now he's also a wolf away from level 7 and the Hurtmore spell. Can't quite beat it yet, though, without any resources. Dweem, topping off on keys, going to check the back of Tantagel here. It is the grave, so we've potentially got a full deep dive here. We'll see what the top 3 checks are anyways. There is also a potential gold grind. You know, you see a gold in the top 3 chests. You could easily, you know, step outside and set up a gold grind in here. Not that you would want to do a thing blind without having seen a town or a silver shield anywhere, but it is possible, and there is that gold grind in the middle chest. Cherno just right behind as the 2 runners do a virtual high 5 as they pass each other going to the 3 chest area. Oh, Droll Magi comes out. He's got DL2 breath, sends Dweem back up to the throne room, which is not that far away from where he was to start. Cherno gonna walk out. Warlock meets him on the stairwell, though. And Dweem's going to go ahead and step outside. He gets trolled by the left tile there. Viewers of Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in to this match between Cherno and the American Dweem. I do apologize that I can't get the timer working. I'm not that smarts in the heads today. But we're about 18 and a half minutes in. Our runners started with return, so they had a key. But there was nothing really worth it, so they grinded up a little bit of gold and have been fighting things and have stayed pretty close in terms of experience. Dweem has maybe a slight edge, has found a little bit more luck in getting the monsters, but nothing insurmountable at this point. In fact, we're going to get a second look at that treasury right now as Cherno clears it out for the second time. Perhaps setting up a gold grind after seeing that gold chest as we were talking about earlier. Or not. Maybe he just wanted that stuff. There was a Stones of Sunlight in there, so yeah, that does make sense. You do have to go back in there eventually at some point. I forgot that the stones were in there. There's nothing of use in the treasury except, you know, one of the key items that you need to beat the game. All right, Dweem sees, looks like Swamp North. I think we saw Swamp South earlier. I could be wrong there, but I thought we had seen the south entrance of this. Anyway, Hurtmore, the Wolf Lord, is great. Hurtmore, the everything you see. Like, levels are going to be piling in pretty quickly, I imagine. There's a nice Axe Knight to... Oh, you only have 2 MP. Never mind. Oh, that was a typo earlier. Well, now we're at Swamp South. We do see the south end of it. And there's a town through the swamp. Cherno meets the freebie cave. We saw this earlier, but I didn't quite catch what it was. It was gold. Gets a little bit of money. We've got Breckenary. We'll check the shop. Let's see what Dweem can see in here. Picks up a half plate. There was also a full plate for sale in there, and I think I saw a flame sword. Nothing else within budget, but half plate's a pretty good pickup. I think it gives you, I don't know, something like 12 maybe, 12 or 13 defense points. It's pretty good. I don't know. Gives you a bunch of defense. Chat pointing out there was a broadsword in Breckenary as well. Once the runners get a little bit more money. When you have hurt more, the broadsword is kind of secondary because you've got some sort of damage output. Dweem getting a couple of plinks off of this metal slime, but he does get away. Cherno unable to take down the Axe Knight in his fight and gets sent home. Cherno struggling to convert that Hurtmore into a level 8 just yet. As the wizard says, Dweem, I don't want you in whatever cave I'm in. There's a whole lot of BS in Breckenary. Cherno finding what appears to be a tablet cave. Dweem going in to pick up his stones of sunlight. That is not a tablet cave. What are you in? Are you in the... Was that the swamp? Was that Swamp North again? I think those are the only two that start in a top corner, right? Cherno gets the Hurtmore luck, picks up his 180 experience points, takes the experience lead, and stabs level 8 right through the heart. Meanwhile, Dweem punching down this wolf. Axe Knight is an excellent target for your last 5 MP. 64 will do it. And Dweem now just inches away from level 9. If he goes south, he'll see a town and he'll be happy for the refill. If the Star Wyvern lets him. It's a hurt Star Wyvern. That's a pretty nice Star Wyvern. Seems to really like that hurt spell. Which is great when you triple run fail against him. Cherno out of resources, in the red, makes it to Breckenary. You've never been so happy to spend 6 gold, except for you're not going to do that first. First, you're going to see what's for sale. Just out of half plate money. Maybe could sell that cursed belt that they got at the start. It's a long walk over to the item shop, though, to do that. But, you know, armor is armor. We'll see what happens. Cherno says, no, I'm not doing that. Yes, Destiny in chat pointing out, we found, yeah, there we go. Dweem just did it again. Never walk left out of the starting zone in this seed. It's got Dweem at least 2 times I've seen it happen to him so far. The trolls over at DQ Builders built Tantagel very nicely today. Alright, Cherno killed a monster so that he could go get his half-plate armor. Does the effective repel before inning trick. Saves you a couple of magic points. And it looks like we've got another town just across this river for Dweem. Red Dragon guarding the swamp, though. He is unable to get away, so they'll have to try to make that trek again. Meanwhile, Cherno's got himself a werewolf. He's going to blast it down with a Hurtmore. Werewolves are not guaranteed one shot. In fact, more often than not, they take a couple to go. I don't know that I would burn 2 Hurtmores on him, though. I think a Hurtmore and a Hurt could probably do it, especially if you roll high enough on the Hurtmore. But what do I know? I'm probably completely wrong about that. That's why I never make it to the bracket phase of the tournament. So Turtle's found some excellent things to throw his Hurtmores out. It took him a second to get it rolling, but we got these Axe Knights, we got these Werewolves, and we've got a refill right next to them. Dweem instead opting to get some of the homework and exploration done. So we kind of have a divergence of strategy, which is always fun to see in a seed. Much nicer than when they are linear. And I'm looking forward to seeing when they come back together, because it's really hard to tell who's winning when one has lots of experience and the other has seen lots more stuff. Anyway, Cherno, one more monster away from level 10. Beta Kappa Omega Strep confirming Hurtmore plus Hurt does win most of the time. I suppose a low Hurtmore plus a low Hurt might not even break the 65 barrier. And looks like Dweem found the Garenham and is in the warehouse right now. He's checking the top left chest, gets a cursed belt. The bottom left chest has a silver harp, and the top right chest has another cursed belt. So that means we've seen all 3 belts. This is a cursed seed, and we've got our harp. Well, so we're missing the token, we're missing the flute, and we're missing the Erdrick stuff and the death necklace. So there's still lots of stuff to find, but all 3 search spots are in play. Schmike with the raw numbers. Appreciate you, chat. Everybody. I think that was an herb. It went so fast. Cherno continuing the desert grind. I'm looking at my VLC, and it is still continuing on Dweem's screen. I don't know quite what the pause is there. But it looks like it's picked up. Excellent. Not sure what that was, but it was encoded into the video as well. Perhaps a minor DC. An herb paralysis. Like, it's the opposite of the... I don't even... Or is it the moon herbs in Dragon Warrior 4, where they cure your paralysis? I think that's how you set up the manipulations in DW3, is you give your characters paralysis, and that makes them technically dead when you turn them in, and then all kinds of crazy shenanigans happens. I seem to recall something like that being part of the setup. That could be what Dweem is up to. Some crazy, intense manipulations. Cherno getting dangerously close to level 11. Dweem learning about the hurt Star Wyverns, blasting a couple of big hurts back at him. Cherno runs away, first try from that red dragon. Finds a little dead end over here. I think Dweem has already explored this area, so Cherno finally kind of branching out at this point. He finds the town. I believe that is the ham right up there. Red Dragon taking a big ol' 50 hit point bite out of Cherno. He's hoping for a low roll. He gets a low roll. He's able to heal more again. Can he pull another run off? Low roll. It does not low roll. 39 was too many hit points. Sends him back home. It was a valiant effort. Red Dragon still biting pretty hard, even through that half-plate armor. And here comes level 11 on Cherno's side of the screen. Let's see what we get. 18 big ol' hit points, 13 big ol' magic points, and then nothing else. But a great, just here's a whole lot of extra resources to make level 12 that much more enjoyable to get to. Looks like Cherno gonna herb up at Garenham. Always the first thing I do. Well, not always. Sometimes it's like, wait, how much money do I have? What do I want to buy? Maybe hoping for a small shield here. There is no small. They do have a large shield there, so that's good to tuck away in the back of your brain. Large shield can take you through to the end of the game. I think there's a gold chest in here too, maybe? No. Two cursed belts, though. He might be able to sell all of his cursed belts for enough money to afford that large shield. And Cherno finding the Erdrick tablet cave in the back of Garenham. I don't believe it had anything useful in it. I think this is where the herb was. The moon herb of paralysis. Let's see if it paralyzes Cherno as well. He hath found it. He seems to be suffering no adverse side effects. Looks like the American Dweem has found Cantlin on the left side of your screen. Cantlin, kind of the big mall of Alifgard. It's got all the shops you could ever want. 3 shops, in fact. It's the only place to find the Silver Shield in the vanilla version of the game. It's got an old man that tells you the coordinates. It's got a fairy water girl. It's got wings. It's got all the items of the item shop split between 2 shops even. It's got a radish man. It's a pretty cool place, that Cantlin. Keys, there's keys there. Here we go. Dweem finds the old man. Old man says go 9 north, 29 west. That is very countable. And I think 9 north, 29 west. Yeah, that from my memory of the map, which is not amazing, it seems pretty... I don't think there's any barriers in that direction. It does have tiles that can kill you. It's got it all. You can death warp out of this town if you wanted to. How many towns can you say that about? Cherno, trekking across Swamp River, meets a werewolf and punches him with a Hurtmore. Looks like we're on the far east of the map right now, on Dweem's side. And it just keeps going. He'll throw a Hurtmore at this wyvern. Meanwhile, Cherno fighting the Demon Knight. These guys are kind of trolly too. They have that innate dodge ability. We do see Sharlock on the bottom left, but don't quite see how to get there. Yes, Tilo, sorry, I'm having trouble with the timer. I could not get it go. Oh, look, it's going now. I'm going to go ahead and unhide it. Somehow the timer started working again. And yeah, that was shift. It was shifted up because yeah. Because we were hiding it because I couldn't figure out how to get it to go. What's the story other than the timer shenanigans? Well, Cherno and Dweem both started with keys and the return spell. There wasn't anything great in the treasury, so they both kind of grinded up. Cherno settled in on a nice grind of, what was it, werewolves and I think axe knights, which is what's given him this commanding experience point lead, whereas Dweem has been focusing more on the exploration side since he picked up his Hurtmore. Up until then, they were very, very close in terms of you know, everything. I will leave that to chat to tell us who Dweem's character sprite is, because I'm not entirely sure. There you have it. It's Christine from Archistis Ring. Looks like Cherno did pick up level 12 right there. I saw a stop spell as part of the get. Looks like it came with a healthy dose of hit points as well. Strength is still not looking great. You don't like to only have 56 strength at this point. And the Armor Knight sends Cherno home. And the hurt Star Wyvern sends American Dweem home. Cherno now taking a more southerly approach. Looks like Dweem also going in basically the same direction. I think they're fighting just a baby Star Wyvern version of this red dragon on the left side of the screen. It's like mother and son, mother and child, something like that. Looks like both our runners know what that cave is, and that is a dead end at the end. Perhaps beyond the cave to the east? Further, I thought I saw Dweem starting a count, but perhaps not finishing it. Did he rescue a princess? Oh, he did pick up the DN. Got it. Necklace of Death. Ooh, we've got a town on Cherno's side. Could it be one of our useful towns? It's the town of Hawksness. Very useful indeed. We'll see what the spike is, and we'll see what's underneath it. Dweem gonna cut through to the other continent and continue the exploration on that side, I presume. Have we seen the swamp spike? I do not believe we have. But I could be wrong. We've got ourselves an armored knight. A sleepy armored knight. Cherno wakes up, gets the second hurt more off, picks up his 172 experience, and Erdrick's armor. That is a huge pickup right now. Makes life so much easier with all that extra defense and healing. The heal walk alone is amazing. And right next to Hawksness is the mountain cave for another 5 treasure chest checks. And that first chest is an herb. We have not seen Cole yet, and I don't think we've seen Rimildar yet either. Dweem gets taken down by a sleepy armored knight. Oh, it looks like his Hurtmore missed. That, you hate to see that. Alright, next chest for Cherno is Erdrick's sword. So sword, not too far from Hawksness, both of them in the same general area of the map. Cherno gonna pop that repel spell off. Still needs to find a token in order to complete the homework items, and then all the old men to turn them into. McFruit, you first get keys in vanilla from Rimildar Town. Looks like there wasn't anything great in the double chest pairing. But Cherno happy to chop down this rogue scorpion. They give nearly 100 experience points, I believe. Oh no, never mind, only 70. Still, not bad. There's an Axe Knight. Chuck a Hurtmore at it. Back attacking Axe Knights. Those are the worst. 59 is enough to take it down. American Dweem now. Gotta prepare for this. Not gonna be happy to see that it's an armor knight. But we'll see how we go. We're gonna pop that Hurtmore. Looks like a fairy flute for Cherno. Ooh, he gets the sleep on the left side of the screen. Armor knight, 2 swings. Still asleep. Oh, you hate to see it. So close to Erdrick's armor. But the armored knight, he's got that sleep spell, and they do not mess around. Once they get you sleep locked, they hit hard. Meanwhile, Cherno picking up level 13, 5 power, 1 response speed, 13 more hit points, 5 magics, and finally the outside spell after you've done the dive and don't have enough magic points to cast it. Just barely not enough magic points to cast it, by the way. And the wizard finally sends Cherno home. Probably also an intentional death warp, right? Grab that level 13, then get the free refill and free ticket home. Still gotta find Erdrick's token. I don't believe we've full cleared the grave. Both runners have only checked the top 3 spots. Grave, of course, is in the Tantagel basement, as American Dween picks up his level 12. Of course, they do still need to find Cole. The 3 cursed belts means there is something at Cole. Cherno has not seen Death Necklace. I'm trying to think. I think maybe the token has to be at Cole. I think that's the only thing left that can be on that search tile. We have not seen all 5 grave chests. Grave is in the basement of Tantagel. There was a gold chest in there, in the top 3, but nobody ventured down to the bottom yet. But we have seen all 3 cursed belts. So I think a key item has to be on there, right? And the only key item we haven't seen collectively as an us is the token. There's the jerk right by Sharlock. We had seen Sharlock earlier, but not quite how to get there. Now, I guess we know how to get there. Cherno still shieldless. And there's a town. I think this has to be Cole. Or maybe Rimmildar. Of course it's Rimmildar. The one we don't need. Maybe pick up a large shield here, yeah? No shields for sale today. Meanwhile, it looks like Dweem has made his way into... Has he made it into the mountain and has picked up his sword? Yes, and is now making his way out of that there mountain. Perhaps after seeing it, he's got some stats to maybe take on the AK again. Because I'm pretty sure this is a dead end as well, and Hawksness is right there. Let's see what he decides to do. Don't let that Drakey scare you away. All right, we got it. All right, so Cherno finding, he found some caves and things, but, the jerk and all of that, but a dead end around Sharlock, no coal to be found. Dweem gets the first hurt more. Knight decides not to cast Sleep. Second hurt more. Lands. That's a victory, folks. Meanwhile, Cherno, turning in the harp, finally finds the staff cave. And Dweem wants some more of this Armored Knight now that he's got his armor of his own. Unfortunately, the first Hurtmore bounces off of it. He gets slept, he wakes up, he tries to run, he does get away. Druin says, yeah, to cast maybe a repel spell? Druin Lord says, I'm gonna dodge ya. Oh, we've got a town on Cherno. This must be Cole. Cole exists, folks. It's a real place. He's gonna check out what they left outside the bathroom in Cole. Four steps south of the bathroom in Cole. What did that Red Knight leave there? He left Erdrick's token. Cherno knows exactly where to turn that in to get himself a drop. It's right next to Sharlock. So probably you set in on your grind and you do those turn-ins when you get back, unless he's right next to it now. Meanwhile, Dweem blasting down these Druin Lords, finding caves on his screen. Dweem finds the staff trade-in cave. He's got a harp, so he'll go ahead and talk to the old man. Cherno, not sure what he's looking for. He's got all the stuff. Perhaps just thinking, what's the best grind we've got? The sleepy armored knight in Hawksnest does not sound at all desirable. Maybe just an overworld grind until we figure our bearings. Dweem now coming across the series of caves and Rimmeldars and things, and will likely come across Cole as well. He's running dangerously low on MP, though. Cherno gonna take down this Armor Knight. They are a little nicer once you've got Stop Spell. I'm not sure if he blasted a Stop Spell off to begin this fight or not, but I would be if I were fighting them. Cherno back into Cantlin. Checking the coordinates. I'm not sure what... Maybe he wants the Death Necklace in case it ends up being a Death Necklace type of a seed. The strength is pretty low. If you get a bunch of hit points before you get a bunch of strength, I could see wanting it. He doesn't know that that's what's on the spike, but we know that's what's on the spike. Not the spike, but the coordinate. Meanwhile, Dweem getting hit by the Droll Magi. Even with Erdrick's armor, it's too much for him. He gets sent home. Droll Magi with that DL2 breath, of course. Yes, this seed has been pretty generous with the hit points. We've had several double-digit hit point levels so far. Is Cherno going the wrong west? Cherno does get his Death Necklace. Hopefully that's what he was looking for. That's what I would be hoping for. He drops a cursed belt for it. For a second, I thought he was putting it on. Oh, he knew it was the Death Necklace. Fair enough. Oh, yeah, because it has to be a key item because it's a search spot. Yeah, that makes sense. For some reason in my head, I was thinking it could have been in the Sharlock. Little did I know I was wrong. Alright, both runners running around this map. Cherno heading in to the Jerkman to trade in all those inventory items and get himself a Rainbow's Drop. Maybe he goes and uses it. Nope, does not go into Sharlock. Like, when you're right there, Sharlock might even be a decent grind. Or maybe we do go back to Sharlock. I think there's a town right here too, right? Rimmeldar is just to the south through that swamp, I think. And we've got our first Rainbow Bridge, as Cherno summons the Bifrost. I do not believe we have seen the Swamp Spike, no. We have seen a lot of Armored Knights cast the Sleep spell, though. This is definitely a fun Charlock, yeah. Having to run from those guys all the way down, as much as they like to run block. Let's see what level 14 has. 2 power, 14 response speed, 3 hit points, 7 magics. Neither one of the things that they want. They want either hit points or strength, ideally both of those. American Dweem finds Cole. He's going to pick up his token there. Beta does not approve of the continued Charlock grind. God, chat just hating on Cherno's grind over here. The Armored Knight is the only thing that can stop this grind. Alright, so Dweem gonna also be fighting the same Armored Knights, but perhaps on a spike tile. But in terms of homework, both of our runners are pretty much done. They're both on their grinds. Dweem still has to turn in his drop, but it is literally on the way to Charlock. So I also, I'm behind this, you know, do your grind first and then just get it while you're on the way there. Cherno opting to do the grind in Charlock, so that's why he was already over there. Dweem using the stop spells against these Armored Knights. It makes the fight go longer, except for not, because you're not getting slept for many turns. Oh, he did. He resisted that stop spell and sends him home. Now, perhaps we check Swamp, because I believe the Swamp was not too far from Tantagel, right? Like, I think part of the reason why they're grinding where they're at is just because that's where they were at. Runner's desperate, running into ghosts and magicians. Like, cast the repel spell, please. There goes a repel. That's what we wanted to see. Cherno wanting to perhaps cast that repel before using the Yin. Guess wanted to make sure there was a full Hurtmore in case he needed it on his way to the refill. We are indeed at the 1 hour mark, and you have figured it out, I think. I still haven't, but I believe you. Single continent confirmed. Cherno back in Charlock. Dweem picking up level 14. Not happy with it. Fighting more stuff in the desert. Looks like nobody wants to go to the swamp cave to see what's in there. Today's runner's a pair of anti-swampers. Dweem's searching for the jerk. Yeah, oh, that makes sense. Yes. If you didn't see him on the way to Charlock, perhaps. Or forgot. There it is. Well, McFruit, we don't know what's on the swamp spike. I don't think it has been checked. The Hawk's Nest spike is an armored knight with the sleep spell. Dweem is going to get his trade in. We'll see what he decides to do, where he decides to grind. He was in Hawksness on that Armored Knight. As you can see, we also have Armored Knights in Charlock. But Dweem gonna pop down here, maybe hit up Rimmeldar again, get a refill. Maybe summon the Rainbow Drop, get it out of the inventory, take a peek inside. I guess we're gonna find out. The anticipation, it's getting to me. Come on, Skeleton, let him go. We've got a rainbow summoning. So both runners same level, but Cherno nearly level 15 right now. I think this Armored Knight will put him there. My memory of experience points is correct. It might not be. We'll see. Dweem gonna maybe even make a dive out of this, or at least, you know, try to see what's on other floors. See what's down there. Kind of an exploratory burn off your MP, pick up some experience, and see what you're gonna have to deal with on your way down. Whereas Cherno really hasn't gone beyond this opening hallway. And what Dweem is seeing is all the Armored Knights that you don't want to see. Perhaps all Dweem's gonna know is that there are Armored Knights in the first zone. There is no other monster. Axe Knights? What Axe Knights? Never saw any of them. Oh, I totally missed it. Cherno did get level 15. It came with some hit points. It looks like it came with 0 strength, though. That's not what our runners are looking for. It looks like Cherno maybe has had it with this grind. This is not the place to be hanging out. On the one hand, when you're that close, right, and you have the refill right there, it is kind of cool to be like your grind and then you're right next to Charlock. But it's just not an efficient grind. They need to find somewhere nicer to be. And Dweem does pop that outside spell. Alright, Dweem getting that refill and repel. Cherno back at the lobby grind of Charlock. Let's see what Dweem decides to do. Will we get a swamp check? I mean, he cast repel, so... and not return, you know? And yeah, it looks like both runners opting for the Charlock dive. Or rather, Charlock grind. More Armored Knights for Dweem. I think it's the only monster he's seen in here. Which isn't bad. It's also the highest experience monster that they've got. He does, require the 2 hurt mores to get through, but it is what it is. And another Armored Knight. Cherno. Topped off, heading back in. Looks like the blue dragon knows hurt. That's pretty nice. Dweem gonna fight this blue dragon down. And Courage and Wit serves Dweem well. He's going to get his level 15 with his 0 strength and abysmal HP gain. Meets an Axe Knight. We got Armor Knight on the right. It's Night Knight at Charlock. Alright, looks like Cherno has also made the decision to kind of see, hey, what else is in this place? Maybe realizing that outside could be worth the cast. Or maybe just interested in seeing what else is down there. Armored Knight on that hidden passage, though, with the sleep spell. Cherno does awaken. Meanwhile, the Armored Knight on Dweem's side puts him to sleep and sends him home. That's what you get for not full healing. See, the fun thing is, on Dweem's stream, he has that scene from Bloodsport where Jean-Claude Van Damme just gets blind and he starts freaking out all screamy yelly on a 3-second loop, and that's what I've been seeing off to the left of my screen for the last hour and a half now. It's amazing. It's great. I can imagine that's how he feels in this seed. Oh, for a second I thought that was the red dragon that cast Heal More. I was like, no way. But it was Dweem, so okay, we're fine. Cherno gets the Star Wyvern. It's not quite enough for level 16. But I think this one will put him there. Meanwhile, Dweem seems to have found another little grind here. Red dragons, they take a little bit longer to fight, but giving 350 experience points, they are often viable, especially if they don't have anything nasty. Same with golems, which we have not seen a golem yet in this seed. Golem has been kind of the MVP of kind of this build of Dragon Warrior Randomizer. Both golems and red dragons give so much experience points. But Cherno gets the next level, level 16, comes with 6 strength. I didn't see all of the other numbers, but they weren't great, and still not even close to the stats we need to take on a Dragon Lord. We are getting close to that Death Necklace range. Hit points would have to, like, stop to not be there. Honestly, this is a seed where, I mean, it depends on what the actual go stats are, but if it continues to be this low strength, you might even see a Charlock Treasury check for a Fighter's Ring. We know it has to be down in Charlock somewhere. Actually, we don't. It could be in the basement of, it could be in the bottom of Garanham. Beta hoping for the stupid decision. Okay, fair enough. American Dweem continuing to chop down these red dragons. I like this. This is a nice little grind, and I think it's catching him up too. I mean, he's two red dragons away from evening out the experience. Doesn't even need a red dragon to get the level, but obviously that level's not going to be enough. So here it is. I mean, if you're not going back to Tantagel, there's really no downside to putting on the Death Necklace for your grind, unless you accidentally take a death. But as long as you've got an herb or, you know, some MP in the tank, you can always, you know, heal more yourself to a town. It's actually faster to get out of Tantagel because the king boots you out. You don't have to walk out. The cursed time save. That's what I call it. Who needs HP on a dive that's full of armored knights that know sleep? And just like that, experience is pretty much even, and we're finally going to get a Swamp Spike check. It is a blue dragon. That's kind of trash as well. But the blue dragon knows hurt, so maybe it's not horrible. It's a bit of a long fight. I think the red dragon's better, though. 4 swings to take this blue dragon down. But you're not using resources, so you can just sit on it forever without doing a refill. But as you can see, our experience is pretty much even. 100 points between our two runners, 150, 1. American Dweem urban up here at the Ham, selling dragon scale. I guess he's clearing out some inventory for a possible fairy water setup later. Here you go, folks, and now we've got ourselves a race, right? Both runners ready to go, except for their level on 2 different grinds. Which is the better grind? Which is going to get them to Charlock the fastest? Stay tuned and find out. Looks like Dweem has decimated the red dragon population. They are scared to come out now. Star Wyvern not being nice with the dying on a single hurt more, but 'tis what it is. Both these monsters, the Blue D and the Star Wyvern, know hurt and like to cast it. As soon as Repel comes off, next step, hello, Magician. Yeah, I think it kind of boils down to how many levels do they have to go, right? Each refill that Dweem has to do is going to be kind of what really sacrifices the balance in this. And also, like, he needs more red dragons and less Star Wyverns. Yeah, he's getting these hero walks here. Probably all of the magicians he's repelling. Getting rid of all the no encounter steps before going into Sharlock, as is custom. Yeah, Cherno getting into a good groove with these blue dragons here, making good work of them, and slowly closing in on that level 17. Dweem, not quite as efficient, but very much keeping up. Alright, here's level 17 on Cherno's side. We've got 4 more power, 7 response speed, 14 hit points, 2 magics. Let's see. So with that death necklace on, you're at 123 attack power. You've got, what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What, 12 or 13 heal mores? I'm not good at the whole MP division math. Dividing by 8s is hard, folks. With fairy water, maybe. That would be a bad decision I would consider, but not Cherno. Cherno's saying, I want more blue dragons. And Dweem takes down another red. He is 1 red away from the next level, from level 17. Level 18 is going to be at 14,250. I had to pull out my super handy chart because I don't know the experience beyond that. And another 2,250 each level from there. We got chat kind of calculating odds of what it would be to win with these stats using fairy waters. None of our runners want any part of that, though. They're happy to grind out another level and maybe get something a little more certain. Nice crit on the red dragon on the left. That will make for a much faster fight. Still has to pop a heal more, though. We haven't seen the bottom floors of Sharlock, though. Maybe it's all, you know, wizards and werewolves. Green dragons. I don't think we've seen a green dragon, either. We haven't seen green dragons, we haven't seen golems. Wizards and rainbows. Did I say rainbows? I meant werewolves. Now this Star Wyvern is up here. Could Dweem be grinding up here north of the river, or is this a different zone? It seems much closer to the refill if he doesn't have to walk all around that snaky river. Refill and the encounter rate. This is gonna be so frustrating. Oh, give me something. Oh, it's just a Star Wyvern, but okay, we'll pop a hurt more on him. Not even a hurt more, just punch him down. Alright, Cherno 2 blue dragons away from level 18. American Dweem having a hard time finding the monsters. It looks like the red dragons migrated to this side of the river, so he'll go ahead and get them here. Cherno attacking this blue dragon from the other side. He's going to get this level in style. Try to get a flanking maneuver. Now let's see what level 18 brings. We got 22 power, 0 hit points. I think this is our go level, folks. It went from kind of like, to definitely go. He pops that outside spell, and he needs to make a beeline, probably straight to Rimmildar. I don't know how far away this swamp cave is to it, but Rim is right next to Sharlock, so you can just do your refill there and be ready to rock and roll. So it looks like Cherno has the driver's seat. We'll see how Sharlock takes care of him. Yeah, he's got Healmore's to spare now. I don't know if he's already resourced up in terms of herbs, or if he even cares about that so much. The one downside to Rimmildar being the one close to Sharlock is that Rimmildar does not have an item shop. We did see earlier, Dweem did take care of all of his herbing and whatnot prior to settling in on this grime, and he is right next to Garenham, so it could do that at any point in time. Anyway, this red dragon will get Dweem the level that he needs to go, and it'll be just a matter of who, you know, how is that Charlock going to go, because they're going to be entering this just within a minute or two of each other. American Dweem has to sit through this level up screen, sees the 22 strength, pops right into Garenham to get topped off. All right, Dweem, first one into Charlock. First Armored Knight he meets, blocks his run, casts Asleep. Takes about 42 damage out of him. Blocks another run, hits him with another Sleep. Another 25 damage down the drain. Another run block. Takes another 18 damage. Does not get slept this time. And that's what we have to look forward to in this dive, as we are not even 10 steps into Charlock so far. American Dweem meeting Armored Knights of his own outside of Charlock. They're spilling out of the place, it seems. And Cherno gets a pretty nice long walk through the barrier tiles. Meets a Star Wyvern, is also getting run blocked by it. Jerk birds are being jerky. Another Star Wyvern there. Another run block. Star Wyvern is chasing Cherno through the hallways of Charlock Castle. Dweem gets away from that werewolf and is, just about 2 minutes behind on the dive. It was 127 something when Cherno had entered. Dweem gets away from his first Armored Knight as Cherno escapes an Axe Knight. Looks like we got Armored Knights in the Diamond floor. Is the Diamond floor a new zone, or is it the last floor of this first zone? It is a new zone, so yeah, we've got armors in Zone 1 and Zone 2 then. And Stone Man. Cherno gets away from him, goes down the stairs. American Dweem meets an Armored Knight. It does not cast Sleep. Second run is another non-sleep run. Third run fail, still blocked, but fourth run is a guaranteed. Meanwhile, Cherno meets an Armored Knight. He gets run blocked and slept immediately. Takes 27 points of damage, tries to run again after waking up. Armored Knight swings for 33 more. He gets his third run and is successful, herbing up, trying to get out of this zone. He's tired of Armored Knights. But he sees another one. They're haunting him, hunting him, chasing him throughout the corridors. Another triple run fail. There will be no Holy Heal more here. There are herbs aplenty to spare. Alright, we've made it to the U room, folks. Meanwhile, Dweem in the Diamond U room, completely empty for Cherno. He's making his way through the rectangle, and we will be lit up momentarily. Red Dragon on Dweem's side. He gets away from it, though. Cherno not checking for that fighter's ring. I don't blame him. He doesn't need it anymore. Red Dragon being a little bit of a pain for both of our runners here, not letting either of them get away. Fortunately, they don't have anything too nasty other than their bite. Alright, Golem on the spike. You're gonna pop that fairy's flute. Everybody's favorite strategy right there. That's why we picked the flute up, so that we can cast it on the Golem. Golem wakes up immediately. We're gonna cast that flute again. Beta Strep picking up his keyboard, throwing it at the window. Alright, Golem down. Cherno takes care of it. He pops that heal more and is going to walk on over to a Dragon Lord. Ooh, we got a wizard guarding the Dragon Lord. Cherno gets the talk as American Dweem is in the lit up passage, just 3 lengths, I don't know what we call them, corridor lengths away. Cherno puts on that death necklace turn 1. Gets hit. That's excellent. Now he eats a hurt more. He's still over 100 hit points. Second hurt more. He goes ahead and swings through it. Starting Dragon Lord fight with 78 health. He gets the first swing. Hits him for 18. Second swing brings us up to 31. And now Dweem taking his Dragon Lord 1. We are at 52, I think. 52 is our count. No, 70. Just 70. One more than nice. $85 for Cherno. Dweem starting his DL2 fight. I think we're at 98 now on Cherno's side. I think 109, 119. I think the next swing. I kind of lost my count. There's too many Dragon Lords on my screen. No, I guess not. We gotta be close, though, at this point. There we go. Get those GGs out in chat as Cherno has taken down his Dragon Lord. Just behind him, a half Dragon Lord 2 fight behind his American Dweem. He'll get his out. So get those GGs. You know, don't stop him. Just keep him rolling and rolling and rolling. As Cherno makes his way back to the king. He's hit the return spell. He has no princess to listen to. Maidenless, if you will. A maidenless victory. Gotta hand it to him. Cherno, congratulations. GG. We've got a finish time. Actually, I think I do have the actual finish time. Yes, official finish time of 1:35:43. 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 43 seconds for Cherno. Dweem got a couple more swings to go on his Dragon Lord. There it is. Ball of radiance just emanating with light all over the place. Dweem gonna cast that return spell, probably feeling like, ugh, so close. You hate it when you're like in the middle of your Dragon Lord fight and you see that dot done pop up. But that means it was very close for us, very exciting for us to see as the American Dweem talks to the king and will get his official finish time momentarily. Continue those GGs. GG, everybody in this race. That's a final time of 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 41 seconds. So again, an excellent run for both of our runners. An excellent run indeed. I don't know if we'll be able to do the second restream. I was hoping to be able to do their game 2. Game 2 has already happened between these two. But I don't think Shihali will be able to continue tracking, and I don't know that I can do all of the things all at once. We might have to put that a little bit later. Tilo can track, so how about that? We'll have Tilo be our tracker in this next match. I'm gonna just let this stuff continue to run, and I will get ourselves set up. But I think we just keep the stream going. And yeah, we'll see the next one back to back. I've actually got it all queued up. I just need to take care of the cropping and things. So how about we do that? I'll put a mute to my mouth for a moment. We've seen these post-game stats, and we're gonna see round 2 in just a few moments. Sound good, everybody? All right. So enjoy the Dragon Warrior kind of soundtrack thing that we have in the background.